determination under oligopoly. Oligopoly is a market situation in which there are few firms selling homogeneous or differentiated products. It is difficult to pinpoint the number of firms in the oligopolist market. There may be 3, 4 or 5 firms. It is also known as competition among the few. With only few firms market, the action of one firm is likely to affect the others. An oligopoly industry produces either a homogeneous product or heterogeneous products. A diversity of specific market situations works against the development of a single generalized explanation on how an oligopoly determines the price and output. Pure monopoly, monopolistic competition, and perfect competition all refer to rather clear-cut market arrangements, but oligopoly does not. It consists of the tight oligopoly situation in which 2 or 3 firms dominate the entire market and the loose oligopoly situation where 6 or 7 firms occupy the maximum share of the market. Other firms share the balance. It includes both differentiation and standardization. It encompasses the case in which firms are acting in collusion and in which they are acting independently. Therefore, the existence of various forms of oligopoly prevents the development of general theory of price and output. The element of mutual interdependence in oligopolistic market further complicates the determination of output and price. Therefore, there is no single theory which satisfactorily explains the oligopoly behavior regarding price and output determination in the market. There are set of theories like Courant-Duopoly model, Bertrand-Duopoly model, Cambrelin model, Knight demand curve model, the central model, price leadership model, and etc., which have been developed on particular set of assumptions about the reaction of other firms to the action of the firm under study. For the indeterminate price and output under oligopoly, reasons are following. Conflicting behavior. Conflicting behavior means in oligopoly, due to interdependence, different behavior comes possible. An indeterminate demand curve. We know that each firm closely watches the actions of other firms because the actions of one can dramatically affect the others. Due to the interdependence, an oligopolistic firms cannot have a definite demand curve since it keeps shifting in response to the reaction of rivals. Second one is profit maximization is not only motive. The motive of profit maximization as followed by firms in perfect competition and monopoly enables the firms to have a determinate solution to the price output problem. At the same time, in oligopoly, the firms may have other motives like sales maximization, security maximization, and etc. The variety of motives also contributes to the indeterminateness of price and output considerably. Then, different institutional arrangements. It means the industries exhibiting oligopolistic organization differ widely in their institutional arrangements for the different firms. Third one is oligopolistic interdependence, and next one is oligopolistic uncertainty. Finally, price rigidity means non-price competition. That's one of the important point, one of important reason for the indeterminate price and output and oligopoly. This price rigidity or non-price competition mean oligopoly markets are characterized by rigid prices. Once a price comes to prevail, it continues for years as such in spite of changes in cost and demand. Firms tend to stick to the established price and limit their competitive effort to non-price competition. Really, how price and product determinate in oligopoly situation? Interdependent pricing. That means firm in oligopolistic industry keeps a close eye on the activities of other firms in the industry, because oligopolistic firms engage in competition among the few. Decisions made by one firm invariably affect others. Second one is price wars. Some economists assume that an oligopolistic is able to predict the counter moves of its rivals, and they provide a determinate solution to the price and output problems. Third one is price leadership. Oligopoly would accept one firm as a leader and would follow him in setting prices. Such a leader firm may be dominant or low-cost firm producing a very large proportion of the total production and having a great influence over the market. Then formal agreements, that means cartel. It means a group of firms that collude to limit competition in a market by negotiating and accepting agreed upon price and market shares. Two models of imperfect cartels are joint profit maximizing cartels and market sharing cartels. In this situation, for the price and output determined in the oligopoly situation, there are using many models. One is most common and famous model is Nikkei demand curve. That's the Nikkei demand curve model tries to explain that in non-collusive oligopolistic industries, there are not frequent changes in the market prices of the product. The demand curve is drawn on the assumption that the nick in this curve is always at the ruling price. The reason is that a firm in the market supplies a significant share of the product and has a powerful influence in the prevailing price of the commodity. Under oligopoly, a firm has two main choices. One is firm can increase the price of the product. Each firm in the industry is fully aware of the fact that if it increases the price of the product, it will lose most of its customers to its rivals. In such a case, The upper part of the demand curve is more elastic than the part of curve lying below the neck. Second option is decrease the prices of the product. In case the firm lowers the price, its total sales will definitely increase. But it cannot push up its sales very much because the rival firms also follow suit with the price cut. If the firms also follow a suit with a price cut, if the rival firm makes the larger price cut than one which initiated it, the firm which first started the price cut will suffer a lot and may finish up with decreased sales. The oligopolist therefore avoid cutting prices and try to sell their products at the prevailing market price. These firms, however, compete with one another basis of quality, product, design, after-sales services, advertising, discounting, gifts and other more. According to this diagram, we shall notice that there is a discontinuity in marginal revenue curve. This is marginal revenue curve and it has started in here, then from at the point of T it has knit and discontinued, then it has again started at the point of S. During this discontinuity, the marginal cost the marginal cost curve is drawn. Marginal cost has gone like this. This is because of the fact that the firm is an equilibrium at output on where the marginal cost curve intersecting the marginal revenue curve form below. Then the price leadership model. Under the price leadership model, the firm assumes the role of price leader and fixes the price of the product for the entire industry. The other firms in the industry simply follow the price leader and accept the price fixed by him and adjust their output to this price. The price leader is generally very large or dominant firm or firm with the lowest cost of the production. It often happens that price leadership is established as a result of the price war, in which one firm emerges as the winner. In oligopolistic market situation, it's a very rare that the prices are set independently, and there is usually some understanding among the oligopolists operating in the industry. The agreement may be either tacit or explicit. For this price leadership, we can see there are three types of price leadership. One is price leadership of a dominant firm. Second one is barometric price leadership. Third one is exploitative or aggressive price leadership. Dominant firm. As a dominant firm, price leadership is the firm which produces the bulk of the product of the industry. It sets the price and then rest of the firm simply accept this price. Then the second one is barometric price leadership, mean the price leadership of an old, experienced and the largest firm assumes the role of a leader, but undertakes also to protect the interest of all firms instead of promoting its own interest as in the case of price leadership of a dominant firm. Exploitative or aggressive price leadership means one big firm built its supremacy in the market by following aggressive price leadership. It compels other firms to follow it and accept the price by fixing it. Anyhow, there is no general theory which can explain pricing and output decision in all kind of oligopoly situations. Thus, it is said that the price and output under oligopoly is indeterminate. It is due to the interdependence of other firms and absence of well-defined goods. Thank you.